Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to do something a little different. So what you see here is the figures that I have unboxed and have on display so far, and I've decided, instead of unboxing some of the ones that I have and displaying them, I thought about maybe doing a refresh first, as in reposing some of the figures that I think needs to be, that I don't know, just needs a little refresh. And also I'm considering removing some of the stands for some figures, someone like John Wick and Kane over there. It just depends on the pose, if I'm doing something more dynamic or anything like that. Spider-Man over there is obviously using the flight stand, so I'm thinking I might keep him there, although I think if I remove him from the waist clamp, I'll probably remove the stand. Daredevil I'm pretty happy with, and the Punisher, so I'll probably keep him like that. But I'll be starting with Deadpool over there. I'm gonna do a refresh, change the pose and change him up, and make my way over from left to right, starting at the bottom. Alright, so as I said, we're gonna, on the video, we're gonna start from left to right from the bottom. So we have Deadpool over here, that we're gonna do a refresh on a pose. This is how I had him for a long time, displayed, and I know with figures, especially with the material that he has, it's not something you would want to leave him there just for, you don't want to ruin the outfit, so it'll be a good idea to change it up every now and then. But seeing as I didn't do an unboxing for this one, this will be a good time to actually show what Deadpool comes with, and yeah, so let's get started. Can also do my thoughts on this figure. Overall, I think it's a wonderful figure. It is the first Deadpool I've ever owned, whether it's 6 scale or 1/12 scale or anything like that. I wanted back when the first movie came out, I was thinking about picking that Deadpool up, but at the time I was still more focused on collecting Dragon Ball figures, so I passed on it, and 10 years later, just about, here we are with Deadpool 3. And yeah, I told my wife I will be picking up a Deadpool, and this one's actually one of the figures that kind of sparked my return to the 6 scale collection scene. She had mentioned, like, I wonder how the figures look, and I showed her this one, and she thought that it would be a nice one to pick up, and yeah, that pretty much sparked it. And I joined the wait list on Sideshow, and my turn came up to purchase, and I jumped on it, and here we are. Which is actually, I think, from what I've heard, a good thing, because the first and second batches of this had major QC issues with the ankle breaking off. So so far so good on the one I have, but hearing about that, then I am very extra careful with his ankles, and yeah, so let's open up the box and see what he comes with. So there's the slip cover, without the plastic, and it's actually really, really, really nice. It's really nice art. And yes, I do have Deadpool and Wolverine playing in the background. That's the back of it. There's a little ballerina pose. And all this is textured. You can feel all this, which is kind of cool. The box, I really like this. I do have the Wolverine Deluxe on pre-order, and that'll be the first live-action Wolverine figure I owned. It's weird. I'm very peculiar with what I want to collect on the 6th scale. Yeah, the look matters, but not so much that it's accurate to movies. Like I prefer the comic book look. So when for me, Wolverine is the yellow. That's the one I really watch, or at worst the brown one. I do own the Hono Studios, and that's actually up next in line for a refresh, although there's not much that needs to be done with that one. It's 100% going to be with claws. But I think, depending on the pose, I might be able to get rid of the stand to create some space. And this is the special edition from Sideshow, and it comes with the golden pistols. Looks pretty good. But I prefer to display them with the normal ones. And it also comes with this helicopter effect for Deadpool. But it's not something I want to use either. I'm actually toying around with the idea of removing Deadpool. Because the stand that this comes with, it feels really cheap. That's one of the things that disappointed me about this figure. So now, since I brought it up, this is just a really like a hollow plastic kind of deal. And yeah, I get it. Like, it's not a DX. Like, the Artisan Joker has something kind of similar, like with the rocks on top of it, but that one's like significantly better quality than this one. Just feels really, honestly, it feels really cheap. But this one really let me down. The stand. Yeah, the logo's cool and all, but just the material is just awful. You know, you're paying a premium on these figures, and you'd think they'd at least give you a better stand than that, and that's one of the biggest letdowns for me. So that's for that reason that I don't mind stowing Deadpool away. I guess it just depending on what pose I end up going with by the end of this video. And Baby Pool with his bottle, he'll stay out. That's kind of cool. Dog Pool. And I'm kind of a fan of just having Baby Pool ride Dog Pool. I don't know why my wife wasn't a fan of it, but I don't know. I liked it, and that's what matters, right? So let's stow this away. The Baby Bjorn, if you want to do that look for Deadpool. It's neat. I don't think I'll be using it, but I do like it. Maybe one day. It certainly is better than that stand. And then you got a bunch of hands with it. So we'll be off camera. I'll be deciding on the hands, or maybe while recording, and then the eyes also. So yeah, now we're gonna decide on how we want to pose Deadpool. So he comes with a decent amount of accessories. The knife is already down here on his ankle, and the katanas, and the two aforementioned pistols. And right now I have them in the eyes that belong for this heart pose. The reason this was the pose I've had it in for a while is because when my wife saw that I had the Hano Studios Wolverine, she thought she wanted to do that movie poster with Hugh Jackman and Deadpool. And yeah, it was neat. She posted it on her TikTok. So yeah, I'm gonna see what eyes and hands I want to go with, and what kind of pose I want to do. Like, part of me wants to do a dynamic pose, but then that involves having to leave this awful standout, and at the same time the fabric. But yeah, let's get on with the refresh of Deadpool. So right now I've swapped out his eyes. It's actually magnetic. It's pretty easy to take off, but could be tricky for your first time. Obviously you want to be careful with the cloth, the fabric, and the sculpt. You don't want to scratch it. You're just supposed to use the base of your thumb and kind of nudge it until it moves. And I switched out the right hand for a katana holding one, and the left hand for a trigger, a pistol holding one. I'm thinking of doing a combo of sword and pistol. Kind of get the best of both worlds. But here's a closer look at Deadpool. Details are really cool. The sword is magnetic on the back, but it's kind of a weak magnet, so it comes off fairly easily. Swords, pretty decent sculpting. Yeah, I wish the magnet was a little stronger. It's actually really easy for this thing to fall off when you're attaching it to the clamp. The pistol have the Deadpool logos on there, which is really neat. The boots, and then here's the knife for the ankle. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do a little combination and see how that looks. And we'll see if we're happy with that. Right, so we have here's a little quick one that just playing around with. Nothing is final until something is final, but I kind of dig the pistol hand, the pistol aiming with the pistol forward. And I've always been just a fan of underhand grips on swords in general. And even though it's not exactly movie accurate, I don't recall he ever held his katana underhanded, but I'm just a fan of that stance of holding the katana underhanded, and then one pistol forward. I dig it, although I think it could be better. I don't think I will be going with the double underhanded grip, since I do have Darth Revan, and he has that pose already, and it will just be too much duplicity with him having two figures holding their blades underhanded. Now maybe we can do double overhanded. We'll see how that looks. Ooh, forgot this. Okay. There we go. Now he looks a little more complete. Maybe that's why I wasn't vibing with it, because it was missing it. But that's a quick and basic look. I like the angry eyes. I think we'll be sticking with that one. And I like the fact that he's holding this pose without a stand. So that's pretty neat. Let's move baby dog pool down here. Oh no! Yeah. So that's a start. Let's see what else we can come up with. We'll do another pose with katana and gun combination and see if that vibes a little better. But this is so far not bad. It's a maybe. And here's another pose. I said I'd do one more. I'll probably do another one, but it's funny. You just flip flop, gun in the back and sword in the front, and yeah, it looks totally different, even though you just flip flopped it. And I kind of dig this one more. Maybe just because I'm a sword guy, but I kind of dig this one more. I think it's while it isn't that dynamic, it is a little more dynamic than the aiming one. So this is, I think, more of a candidate than the previous one. I think I dig this one more than the other one. So let's try another. I think I'm just gonna stop saying one more. So this one, we have him holding the katana in the back like before, but the pistol again aiming, but this time in the back, close to his chin. There we go. Has any of you played Marvel vs. Capcom 3? I believe is his first appearance in that fighting game. Could be mistaken, but I do believe it's 3. And his one of his super combos is he takes the pistols and just shoots at the enemy rapidly, and he does a bang 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 bang, and he does shoot the gun that way in one of the animations of him shooting. So that's where that inspiration came from. So now that I'm thinking about that, the dual gun, that if I do a dual gun pose, that might be the look. Anyway, I don't know if it's just recency bias coming in or not. I kind of dig this one more than the other one. Let's see how that looks from maybe a side view. Not from that angle, it doesn't look as good, but I think this is definitely one where maybe a head tilt. Head tilt wasn't doing it for me. Maybe the gun's too close. Yeah, that's the look. I dig that. I think I do still prefer the other one. I think this, I can only get value out of the sideways shooting with the double pistol. So I guess we'll try that out. Maybe not next, but soon. All right. Now I'm gonna try to change the grip on this and see if that changes anything aesthetic wise for this one. All right, decided to get a little more dramatic with this one. A little more actiony. gun blade's been turned over to an overhand grip, and pistol in one hand, maybe a little diving on the floor, sliding and shooting, kind of in the middle of shooting. You know, this isn't half bad. Excuse me. Kind of dig this as far as the action pose is concerned. Yeah, kind of like running and then sliding and shooting at the same time. I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it. I think this might be number 2 so far. Maybe even number 1, but this is not bad. The problem with this is that it'll take up a lot of space. It'll increase his footprint actually, but at the end of the day, it's about what I like in the eyes. But I dig this. Let's try another one. And this will be the first pose we're doing, where we're introducing the flight stand. So this one, leaping into action, pistol first, sword on hand. Let's pretend head pull doesn't exist. This isn't half bad either. I also kind of dig this one. Yeah, it's not bad. What do you guys think? Which pose should we go with? I don't think I'm gonna go double blades though. For Deadpool, I think he's more of a double pistols pose than a double blades pose. Which, you know what? I think we're gonna jump to that. I think we're gonna go straight to the double guns pose and see if that does it. So going for something a little different, dual pistols, kind of like a gun katana or guntana. I forget how you actually say that, but the art of gunfighting. Holding the 2 pistols close to his body. It's kind of like a pre-action pose, or almost the action pose, shooting around and stuff. Kind of like, I really like that from the side view. From the front, I kind of lose some of that value. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think I kind of dig that. I tried the 2 guns shooting pose, and I don't know, kind of boring. With the 2 guns forward, kind of boring. Well, maybe unless you do a kind of like a, gotta articulate his body a little bit to make it seem like a action pose. Maybe from the side, or there we go. Madness has kicking in, just shooting everyone. Maybe more value if shooting both sides, or how about that one? Not bad. I dig that one too. You know, this the balance on this figure is really good. As you saw, I just adjusted the pose without having to cut, and the figure just stands. Really cool. Really well made. Still there's There we go. Little spread. That one's not bad. It's crazy. It's really cool that just changing the hand a little bit just really changes the dynamic of how the figure looks. Yeah, I mean, it's really impressive that it just stands. It's just very well balanced. The ankle joints, the leg joints are really well made from the front. So this whole time I've been doing this without the, like I said, I one of the gripes I hate is how weak this magnet is. It's more of a annoyance really, but so I think it's better if you pose them, decide on the pose, and then attach the sword after the fact. Just because it's just gonna keep falling off. Just because that magnet is really weak. So, maybe we're onto something there. A little duck. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's cool. A little duck. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the one. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one. Yeah, I think that's the one. The bonus here is I can get rid of this stand and I can put Deadpool away, sadly. He's cool and all, but the stand is a sight for sore eyes. Yeah, I dig this one. I think this will be the refresh that we'll be going with. And one more before we call it a night and decide on what we're gonna do. Let's get silly a little bit. This one is not too bad. He's laying down on top of the stand, so at least it's not gonna ruin his. There's no force going down on his waist to ruin the fabric. Maybe diving around the corner and shooting at the same time, or dodging backwards. There we go. Dodging backwards and shooting at the same time. Ah, the ankle. It's not broken. I think it's just because when you tilt it, it goes at an angle. The figure they accounted for people wanting to do dynamic poses with this guy, and how can you help it? Oh man, I don't know. That's kind of cool, especially with Deadpool right there. You know what? I think this might be the one. This might be the one. All right, let's just change him up a little bit. Let's that annoying weak magnet katana situation there. I wonder if I'm the only one that's complaining about that, but I can't stand how weak that katana is. Can we do him sitting? All right. You know what? That's the one. That is the one for me. Yes, it's gonna take up way more, not way more, but a little more footprint. But I can't. This guy is just really good for action poses, and I think that's the one. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think. You guys let me know what you think. Which of the poses did you guys see here tonight that you liked and you think I should go with, or if you have any suggestions. All in all, though, I gotta say, this is a really fun figure to play with. Posing it, there's so many things you can do. Just change of an angle here, what he has in hand, etc. But, ooh, caught him. Almost had a bad moment there. But yeah, fun, really fun figure. If I were to give it a rating, screen accuracy, although that not important, not as important for me in judging the figure, as really accurate. Comic book accuracy, it's pretty much bang on. So as far as the look, it's a 10 out of 10. Accessories, you get a lot of hands, a lot of eyes. The guns and the sword, I will dock it for how much this annoys me. The magnet on the thing is so, it annoys me so much I have to deduct like 1.5. So accessories maybe 8.5. Although the dog pull and the baby pull in the head, 9. All right, 9 out of 10. Overall, yeah, it's definitely 9.5. Fun figure, very posable, a lot of things to do. Oh, no, sorry. It stays in the 8. This stand sucks. I hate the stand. It's so cheap. Everything else is like A+. It's just the stand is so bad. So bad. I hate it. I hate the stand. So 8.5 for accessories. Fun factor, definitely a 10. So overall, 9. Solid 9. If you're a Deadpool fan, if you're a fanatic, it's a 10. But it's a solid 9 for me. The stand just really sucks. It's that bad. That's how much I hate the stand. It's docks it, prevents it from being a perfect 10. Even though no figure is perfect, just like no video game is perfect, but you still get scores of 10s out there. It's a solid 9. I really like that pose. Oh my goodness, I don't know why. I really like that pose, especially with his eyes looking at you. Yeah, this is the one for me. This is the one for me. I just gotta bend this leg back more to make the jump back a little more real, the dodge. Sideways. Oh, I think I might be better sideways. It might be better sideways. I think it's better sideways. It makes it more real. All right, well, thanks for watching. The next video will be Wolverine, and I'll probably double up for that one just because Wolverine doesn't come with much, and the looks you can do for Wolverine are pretty limited, although I really do enjoy that figure a lot too. What's after Wolverine off top? It's Spider-Man. Spider-Man deserves his own video, and yeah, I guess we'll do, next video will be just Wolverine, and then more than likely the next video will be just me Spider-Man. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts. Definitely open to suggestions and stuff, but I think we're gonna end it on the night with this pose. Nice and dynamic. More footprint, so we're not gonna save any space, but the heart likes what the heart likes, right? Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. tune in for more for the next video. Yeah, thank you very much. Y'all have a good night or morning, 2:30. See you.